and Torgan talked, Devrin insisted that we talk later, and we need the Devrin. Why, Devrin? Why?
Well, while Warren is trying to get his internet box up running, and Jason's feeling a little under the weather, did you want to do your shopping, just run your shopping list by me so I can say yeah, or was there something more you wanted to do? Like, did you actually, I know you hate me saying this, but did you want to haggle?
No, those are the devil. Have you, no, that
All right.
evil.
You can run your shopping list by me. I mean, let me
Right,
preface this with, you are in a metropolis, dude. Like, you're probably going to get what you want.
Yes, I know. I just, I'm filling this dead air while my roll 20 loads. Yeah. We're moving at the speed of roll 20.
Yeah, I guess we are in like the metropolis of metropolises. In theory, there's somebody selling anything here.
Yeah.
Gotham, everything's for sale for the right price.
God, I've been watching the old Batman cartoons lately, and every time Gotham shows up, I just constantly read it as Gotham. What the fuck are they? Oh, right. Like, the space in between the T and the H of Gotham are just like a little bit too wide for me.
I'll still never understand why no one ever thought to cast Gilbert Gottfried as Batman in the movies.
I think Gilbert Gottfried would have made a great Joker. No joke.
Oh no! Honestly, I would love to see him as Personally, I would have loved to see him as Batman. I think his silly voice would have been hilarious as the Bat.
I really do think Gilbert Gottfried would have made a good Joker. Like, imagine someone being serious and then Gilbert just going, "Holy fuck!" I know I can't do a Gilbert Gottfried impersonation, but let me defend myself by saying I don't think much anyone can.
No, it's pretty unique thing.
I'm not brave enough to be loud enough to do a Gilbert Gottfried impersonation right now in my apartment.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the mics would pick it up properly.
Yeah, that too. Also, Gilbert Gottfried in just like white makeup and a purple suit with like the padded shoulders.
Oh, I definitely think he would most definitely look the part if he was dressed up as the Joker for sure.
I guess the only really unbelievable part is like if he had to get into a fist fight with a Batman character.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know, in theory, the Joker shouldn't really get into a lot of fist fights in general.
Yeah, I mean, you do look at a lot of the Jokers though, and like a ton of them do though.
Yeah, but there are plenty of times where like the Bat just kind of walks. Like if it gets down to a fist fight, the Bat just kind of beats the shit out of him inevitably. Like the Joker usually has some tricks or some gadgets up his sleeve, but like when it comes down to just straight up bare knuckle brawling.
I don't know. I think a lot of the when that happens, a lot of the Jokers I've seen like take out a switchblade or something.
Yeah. Like I said, usually he's got some kind of like he's never keen to like go like blow to. He's not gonna sit there and like go blow for blow with the Bat.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Like if it came to that, like it shows that like Gilbert throws a punch and then like a right hook and then like he's out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, the Joker's never like, yeah, I'm as good as Bane. I'll stand there and beat down the Bat. No, he's got to have like an acid squirt gun or a knife or a buzzer in his hand.
I was thinking, like, if Gilbert Gottfried is the Joker, who should be the Batman to that Joker? And for some reason, my mind's going Jack Black. But not like a fit Jack Black, just a fat Jack Black.
I'm my character sheet's loaded. I'm just pulling up various tab on tab so that I can actually do this all at once. I'm still here.
No problem. Anything to give Warren more time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Besides, the chat members are already not caring that this is a D&D stream. They're talking about Gilbert Gottfried and Jack Black. Now the real question is, would this be a Joker without Harley Quinn, or who would be Gilbert Gottfried's Harley Quinn?
Oh, I don't know. Oof. who? I mean, like, I want to go with like a female comedian as well, but
Yeah, I was thinking of a really gay male comedian to just be to be
oh
in
my
the.
god, that would be hilarious. Yeah.
But I'm trying to think like what I'm trying to think who's worked with Gilbert Gottfried that like fits the role, you know?
Yeah.
So Torgan, what kind of things you buying? You just getting like knickknacks or?
Oh no, God, no. There's going to be Devrin, like over a month ago, said that he was going to get an acolyte for the bar. Said there was someone who could use create water and mend around, and that hasn't happened. So I've learned I can't rely on him for anything. So I'm going to have to hire someone else to handle some of the spell casting. So there's going to be an acolyte being purchased. An acolyte's contract being purchased, rather.
Yeah.
And then there's also going to be a brewery being built because they are surprisingly cheap.
Where the only problem I have with that is where you sticking that brewery.
Well, that's the thing. Is I'm going to have to find either some available land, or some land that's going to be coming up for auction. So I'm going to have to go and look at some fine listings of real estate. I was hoping that Devin would be around because he already has a place in Old Town, and I imagine there's some places in Old Town that could easily be gotten cheap and improved.
I'm smiling because that is the exact opposite of true.
That's unfortunate.
Here, because no one's ever rolled a local about this. Would you like to, so I can read things?
You can't.
Oh, that's right. It's just Devin hasn't been doing it for you people.
It's only Devin can roll local, and he's not here.
You people kill me. Can't you have let's? Oh, this
can't get better than a 10 without being in a library.
Why don't you give me the check and I'll add things for you having lived here for about 2 months now, huh?
I still can't get above a 10. No amount of circumstances with other than a well-stocked library will get me above a 10.
We could wait. You have a diplomacy, don't you?
Yes, I can gather information with diplomacy.
Yeah, we could say you did that a little bit.
What am I asking exactly?
About Old Town, just to get information on it.
Oh, well, let me see. It's work with diplomacy. It's very basic because I haven't ever had to do more than aid another with it.
I can hear the Fool's Guild coming from someone's mic. I hear bells jingling.
Oh yeah, the cat's playing with a toy.
Oh, the cat. I was thinking like, because it better not be Christmas decorations. It's not even Halloween.
No, it's a cat toy. And a kitten. No, my diplomacy is 16 after guidance. So not much better than 10.
I mean, you're just taking a 10 and it's a 16?
Yes, taking a 10 with guidance from Unis while working the bar or the pub, sitting at the comedy club.
I'm going to have Agam roll because it's probably better than what you're gonna get. Fuck. All right. That's not doesn't prove a point.
You're hitting the sauce again. Jesus.
What do you want from my man? He's
Better.
He's but a level 1 expert.
No, it's not okay.
I thought he was a retired barbarian. What is this?
He lost those levels.
Which is lost. Convenient.
Yeah, he hasn't been being a barbarian in a decade.
Yeah, but you don't lose them. They're just, inside.
Actually, according to the rules, experts, I don't know why I said experts, NPCs could have had class levels but lost them because they no longer kept up training. I don't do it to players because it's believed that you just always are training, right?
Of course.
But it's like one of those things, like, you could have a campaign where you're, like, a retired adventurer, so, like, you could have, like, I killed a dragon, but, like, you're level 5, so, like, you're not as good as you used to be. Like, God, like, you've read Discworld, right? Remember Conan the Barbarian from that?
little bit.
Or it's just like an 80-year-old barbarian.
Yeah.
The power of keeping up your role. But yeah, no, Agam's just an expert now. He doesn't have anything cool going for him.
No, that's unfortunate.
It's just that his barbarian pass explains why he has all this money. But anyways, with those two assisting you, I guess, somewhere over the week of, like, at the bar, that 20 is enough to tell you that Old Town was once the small village of Karnegion, like the first section of it, when it was, like, being made. It's just, town, like, a couple miles away from the river kind of thing, between that and the tower. And it's kind of become a relic. It's full of old buildings and confusion over who actually owns what, and the buildings built upon them. And due to generations of undocumented issues and poorly written wills, newer buildings are made simply so people can comfortably squat on their land, or to set up as fancy inns for tourists with lots of money and no understanding that Old Street is still just that. There's a history museum set up in the Old Town district, which finds that itself is going to have to be constantly moved from one location to another due to land ownership issues. And when asked why Lord Reclos doesn't tear down the entire district due to all the problems this caused, he states that he wishes to preserve the city's living history.
Oh, man, I was just thinking to myself, like, with all this, like, confusion over who owns what, like, oh, man, it's too bad you aren't here, party, because, like, we could really use some lawyering chicanery.
Yeah. That being said, since Barty's not showing up to the session, we could say you use him to fuck with... We can just use his check. Like, he's not doing anything else this week, right?
Yeah, I was saying, like, you could just lawyer, like, oh no, this building is totally for sale. Like, see the paperwork here, clearly.
I was also going to ask him, is the Church of Saren Ray doing anything with that destroyed temple these days? Amongst breweries?
Yeah, you can just know that. Like, you check by and figure it out. They're upset that the body seems to have been looted. And, since he's,
The thieves was quick on that one. They really were.
Yeah, they're doing minimal repairs and putting young clerics in charge to basically, like, when I say young clerics, like, the people there are just like, yeah, I just graduated from being an apprentice kind of thing,
Yeah, I get it. They're adepts mostly. There might be a cleric or two around. But is the former brewery up and running? Or is it damaged? I can put forth my own funds to get it up and running again. And oversee it.
I don't remember if it was attacked. Where was it in there?
Well, the brewery in a monastery or an abbey in this case, since they
basement.
Have it.
If it was in the basement, it probably wasn't touched.
It would be in the basement, or it would have a wing of its own, depending on the. We know that the larder is generally in the basement for insulation reasons, and that's where I got the cheese and the wine before. But the brewery would either be in a wing off the first floor for ease of access, or it would be downstairs in the basement for proximity to the larder.
So, you wanting it to be broken for your sake?
I mean, I don't have control over that. It would be essentially free real estate to get that up and running again. But
I'll roll if it's broken, and I'll let you. What do you want? If high is broken, is that what you'd like, or do you want low?
Low. I'll put that on low.
Unfortunately, it was funny sex number.
It was nice. It was 69.
Yeah.
Right.
You go, like, was it broken? And the guy's just like, well, the funny thing is he, like, raises a mug. It was the only thing that wasn't broken. Cheers!
Good to know for them.
That being said, I still don't see why you couldn't just ask to use it.
Well, I could, but anything made there wouldn't really be likely sold at a pub or unless they had a surplus.
What I mean is you offer to add to it so that you make more and it pays back to itself, sort of thing.
I could do that. Because the funny thing about breweries is building a whole ass new brewery from the ground up, 380 gold. That's it. They're stupid cheap.
Yeah. Here, this is the adept. After you're like, hey, do you still have the brewery?
Fuck yeah! Cheers, bro!
Okay. Sorry, I'm just posting memes at you guys. When I thought of it, that's what came to my head.
But yeah, I wanted to get a brewery up and running to keep our bar stocked at low prices to us, because we're currently getting ale from the Dwarven brewery in the Dwarven temple of Torag up the street. And I'm sure those dwarves are raking us over the coal.
The second you said the Dwarven Temple of, oh god, you check your hand, Torag.
Yeah, basically.
So if you want to ask him, did you want to roll diplomacy to try and convince him, or?
I really wanted Devrin to roll diplomacy, but he's not here, so...
Devrin's dealing with sashimi right now.
Torgan will posit the option that he's a partner in an up-and-coming and suddenly successful pub/comedy club over in the Stoneworks, and that we are looking for a new source of booze. We're looking for a place to brew mead, because right now one of our main sources of common booze is the Dwarven pub up the street, and the Dwarven temple up the street. And as an orc pub, we're sure we're getting raked over the coals. But Barty keeps being kidnapped or absent and hasn't gone over the goddamn contracts. So I don't know how badly I'm being raked over the coals, but I'm betting I'm being raked over the coals because dwarves are assholes. And so my diplomacy is, once again, 16. If I roll, I'm going to get...
See, I'm just letting you know, the things I see in my head is when you're like, it's because dwarves are assholes, and you're talking to this adept, like a dwarf walks up behind him and like walks away. Go on, I'm just being mean.
So yeah, my diplomacy is a 16 because I don't actually have a way to boost that beyond guidance.
I mean, you could roll, but yeah, 16 is enough because he's just an adept. He's just a boy. And DCs aren't very hard.
Easy ones aren't, no. When there's combat not involved, most things are usually 15s, maybe 20s.
So yeah, he agrees if you help donate to some of the repairs, like in a head, like so that they know this will be a trusting relationship.
But of course, I was looking to build a new brewery myself, but I'm having no luck finding land, so I'm willing to pay them the cost that building a new brewery up from the ground up would be, 380 coin of the realm. That's 38 platinum pieces right out of my haversack.
Okay, yeah, the adept says, well, it's great that you're putting in the full payment of the brewery. I was talking about, the motions to like the missing hole in the wall.
Oh, well, what I will do for that is I will contact a quarry in the stoneworks and get some common masonry stone, and I'll use stone shape and fix the damn hole in the wall based on my memory of what that wall looked like.
Yeah, I mean, access to spells that they don't have is nice.
For some dwarves to fix your wall, I'll pay for the stone and I'll fix your damn wall. I got a week of downtime to kill a lot of stone shaping. And stone shape is a 3rd level spell. Sculpt stone into any shape.
You shape it into a wall. So, yeah. So yeah, that's all good for you. You get your brewery set up and it'll be built there.
I have other plans for stone shape. I like to generally try to use it to make statues.
Yeah.
Sell statues. Because the cool thing about crystal is stone.
Is it?
Yes. Stone shape doesn't say masonry stone. You form an existing piece of stone into any shape that suits your purpose. If you go to a jeweler and you're looking for a rock for the ring for your fiance, you're looking for a stone.
According to Pathfinder, gems are crystals, and crystals are not stone.
Oh, that's some garbage. I'm so upset.
That being said, people on the forums suggest you could just create the spell gem shape, which I'm fine with. You just picking up off the store or something, you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, clerics can't actually learn spells unless you're a spell reader.
I'm letting you. I can let you make the spell, like create it.
Oh god, spell research is on the table. Oh lord, that's a set of rules I'm gonna have to look into. But
it's simple enough if I say it's just equivalent to stone shape, but for crystals.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so masonry stone is dirt cheap. I can get the stonework easily enough. Masonry stone.
Yeah. The reason I was concerned about crystals being crowned as stone shape because A, I don't remember that, and B, there are crystals in the game that are radioactive, and
oh no.
So that's why I was thinking, like, oh, if you can do that, stone shape has become an infinitely more dangerous spell. Because that means you could take the radioactive things and turn them into such great things as bullets. That being said, it's not like you couldn't do also bad things. Hey chat, where are we in Karnegion? We're just waiting for a guy to show up as we're talking about this guy's grocery list.
We're starting to doubt if Devon's internet's gonna work at all. Or for that matter, my fucking PFSRD, good lord.
We have to believe.
Wait, so if we're talking about like shaping like radioactive crystals here, like how fine do we think the control of like shape crystals is? Could someone like start a death cult where like members just like grab radioactive crystals and then use like crystal shape to like essentially set off like a nuclear reaction by just changing the atomic structure a bit?
Yeah, that's true. We can get into weird things if we're gonna make this Mage of the Awakening. Because I suppose I could also just say stone shape also counts crystals for this particular campaign. You know, there's nothing wrong with that either, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, it'd just in this universe, stone shape does in fact affect crystals.
Yeah, I'm fine with whichever. What else on your grocery list did you want to get done there, Torgan?
Well, hang on, I'm trying to find the price of masonry stone now.
Oh, okay, well.
I know it's dirt cheap, but I don't know how dirt cheap it is while I'm being recorded, so hang on.
I figured just to fix a hole in the wall, it'd be like a gold or two.
There's been a recent shortage and there's been a huge inflation. It's 500 gold for just like a pound of stone.
Let me roll a D1000. That's how much platinum it'll cost. So, anyways,
Here we go. Masonry stone, 5 copper a pound, or 5 gold. It's solid marble, but it's masonry stone, 5 copper a pound.
So yeah, about a gold, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Where I'm talking about you're fixing a hole on like a wall, you know.
I don't know how big the hole is, so hang on. Let me take off the 2 gold.
It looks like the Incredible Hulk decided that it should be a door.
Alright, so yeah, with 2 gold off and a couple spells, hole in the wall is fixed.
Yeah, and the adept again will thank you, and he reminds you that we're gonna brew so much, bro.
Oh, yes, we are. And I will contact Agam to figure out who his spice suppliers are, so that I can get. And here's what I've been working up toward with this. The whole purpose of this.
You staticked out there. His what suppliers?
Spice suppliers, was that what you said?
Yes, his spice suppliers.
Spice. Okay, go on.
Yes, the spice. It must flow.
Yeah.
So, because the reason I ask is because I recently looked into the various varieties of mead, and I'd like to make a couple specific types of mead. And the first, I'd like to try to mimic the taste of Wasp Mead, which is described as a spicy honey beverage. And there's a type of specialty mead. It's called capsicumel. It's mead brewed with chili peppers. And the moment I realized that this was a real thing, this is not a fantasy drink, I immediately thought of the Wasp Mead.
I immediately thought of let's make mead out of Carolina Reapers.
Okay, there are two kinds of people.
I wish to die through flavor. But yeah, Agam tells you he gets it from the Victusia Cooking Company.
Lovely. I will get a copy of their catalog, look through it for fine chili peppers.
Yeah.
You know, Spain. And Mexico.
It also sells completed food, which I think should worry you, considering they're not even in Karnegion. They're outside of it.
They got a guy who casts Purify. It'll stay fresh every day. Just gotta keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Torgan understands that.
Alright.
I can keep fish fresh from yesterday's catch to the river.
You should not be feeding people things from the Rat River.
If it's food, I can purify it all. So yeah, and then since we are in the orchards, I figured we could also brew some local specialties rather than this specific orcish specialty this orcish specialty from Southern Osirion that I totally brought with me. I'm not just making up and marketing my own country.
Let's not confuse the people at home watching. It's not Osirion. It's Osirian Egyptian analog. That's the name of the continent.
No, it's not. We're not knowing it because Torgan doesn't speak the name aloud. He's just calling it Southern style orcish mead.
Okay. You did say Osirion, by the way.
That was for chat. I'm not doing Torgan's voice.
Yeah.
But so we're going to have this what I'm calling Southern style orc mead, which is capsicumel.
It's just the label's just Agam wearing a cowboy hat.
It's gonna be a real sexy Agam wearing the cowboy hat and a flannel shirt.
Just saying, you say Southern style, and like I always think of like it's always got like a cowboy on it.
He'll have a nice, he'll have Torgan's pipe for modeling purposes. So a nice corncob pipe or a nice Sherlock.
Geez, now I'm just thinking of Agam going, I don't get what the point of this is, and you're just snapping photos going, shut up.
Portrait, shut up, it's art, Agam, it's art. But then also local brews like Sizer, which is mead blended with brewed with apples, Melomel, which is mead with assorted fruit, Piment, which is mead with grape, Rodomel, which is mead with rose, or Stack, mead with more honey. Oh, and Braggot, mead with malted grain.
So lots of honey in this.
It's mead.
Yeah.
And we're in the orchards. We're in the groves, so every apiary in the city is in this district. And what's interesting is Pathfinder doesn't do this, but for you history buffs out there, honey was cheaper than sugar for a very, 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 very long time.
That's because of the processing of it.
Yes. For some reason, Pathfinder has honey expensive and sugar cheap. That's not period appropriate. It's very weird.
Magic.
But yeah, so we got all these local blends of mead that are probably popular with any mead lovers in the Grove. But then I'd also like to get capsicumel, and that'll be like the house specialty of Agham's Pub,
All right.
or as I call it, the gazebo room.
The gazebo room. So, your what's that game called? Your Cooking Papa gameplay is going all right.
Yes, it's going great.
Was that all that you were going to do buying, or was that?
Oh God, no.
All right, keep going.
For the record, for the mead I'm trying to introduce, Torgan cooking is with Tears to Wine is a +2, and then plus another 1 for guidance is 10, 13, 23. 23 cooking, and that's without help. But since he's doing something new, he would actually go little balls deep into this. And for this specific one, he would cast Owl's Wisdom on himself while working on it, so he could bump that up from a 23 to a nice round 25.
All right.
Good spiced brew here. Now for the meat and potatoes. Mithril Breastplate is 4,200 gold pieces, and getting a +1 on it is another 1,000. I would like that +1 Mithril Breastplate. Nothing super special about it. It's just made of mithril. There are dwarves in the stoneworks. I imagine I can find this with.
You said a full plate?
No, I say breastplate.
Breastplate. Okay.
It is medium armor, but it counts as light because it's mithril. But as a suit of medium armor, the people often forget this. Medium armor comes with a helmet and gauntlets.
Well, I mean that's all fine because it's barely ever shows up that like they actually do anything mechanically.
No, they don't. But Torgan always keeps his gauntlets on to cover his hand and his brand.
I was asking because for a second I was saying, is breastplate still something that has to be suited to you? I'm asking because I assume you have it pulled up and saved me time.
Breastplate? What do you mean suited to? What do you mean?
Some of the heavy armors require them to be suited per person or per size.
Oh well, this is medium.
Okay.
A breastplate protects the torso with a single piece of sculpted metal, similar to the core piece of a suitable plate.
Yeah, see, that might be why I'm confusing it because I'm imagining the two next to each other. But yeah, if it doesn't say it does, then it doesn't. So yeah,
So
you can
getting
just find one that fits you easy enough.
grand. So that is 5,200 gold pieces. I also will then need to sell my old breastplate and that suit of full plate I picked up. You know, just around.
I mean, you haven't been lugging that thing around. I thought you sold it already.
No, I was waiting for Devon to introduce me to a fence because I'm selling stolen merchandise, but Devon keeps not showing up.
Did you want to hold on to it for a bit longer then?
Yes, I will sell my old breastplate though, because I picked that up off a corpse in the woods in my backstory, fair and square. That was months ago.
Yeah. You'll buy it for
yeah,
half.
So yeah, that sells for 100, and I'm spending 5,200 on a new breastplate. So that's 5,100, which is 510 platinum.
I'm just shaking my head. Yes.
I'm telling myself that so I know what to put into the calculator, but I can only do one thing at a time because I have to hold push to talk. Hold on. Alright, I'll make the necessary adjustments on my sheet as needed. Hold on.
If Warren doesn't show up, I'll just upload this to YouTube as Torgan's shopping list.
All right.
He's got a week of downtime as well. So hang on. That takes care of that. Then I'd also like to upgrade my existing normal-ass dark wood shield. I'd like to have it upgraded to a caster's shield, specifically. It's normally a +1 light wooden shield, but it shouldn't be too hard to adapt it to a heavy wooden shield.
Is it masterwork?
All dark wood is automatically masterwork.
Okay. Then yeah, you can. Or you just want to sell it and get a caster shield, or are you specifically asking to upgrade that one?
No, I specifically want this caster shield is light wooden shield, and this is a heavy dark wood shield. This is better. But I want it to be upgraded to a caster shield, so it is functionally a +1, and it also has a leather strip on the back, which functions as a reusable scroll strip, and the spellcaster can scribe a single 3rd level or lower spell on that scroll, and that specific scroll costs half the normal cost in materials. So in the long run, this will let me have a spell on the back of my shield at all times that I can always read, and it's cheap to refresh.
All right. Before you do this, I'm letting you know that going down the specific magic items line is going to cap it at whatever it's at. You know what I mean? Like you will get up to a +3 on it as per the grader. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, I can get up to a +3 on it later. Can't afford that right now. I'm under 10 grand gold.
No, I'm just letting you know that that's like I'm not going to let you go past whatever the caster shield grader is because the accounting for it is unique.
Right, you're saying that it's not going to be able to become a +5 shield later on?
Yeah, because of its like weird. Like I don't know how much because it's a specific magic item. They're intentionally designed that way.
Well, to make it a +5, we would just have to
No, I mean as in the additional effects of it acting as the scroll givey thing, like how the strip accommodates for spells up to 5th level.
Oh, +3. Oh, I see. No, it's not going to go beyond 5th level spells. Good lord, no.
Right, but what I'm saying is that it might, because it's designed that way, it shouldn't, it's supposed to cap out at that from a balancing perspective.
Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, I get that. Don't worry, once you actually start hitting things and there's a wolf, you won't see me in melee very much, and because I have the Iron Guard feat, my shield counts as a +4 higher against ranged attacks, so it should balance out nicely.
Yeah, I mean, on a caster shields are good. Who knew? So yeah, they'll. Did you just want to look around for a place that'll do this, or are you looking for some place special?
No place in particular, since I don't know any particularly good enchanters.
All right. So you just look around for a place, and they'll begin enchanting it for you, and I assume you should have done this at the beginning of the week, and you'll get it by the end of the week.
Yes, it would take about 3 days. It's about 3,000. I'll just have to subtract the cost of my existing darkwood shield from the cost of a caster shield. It's easy enough.
No, you subtract the cost of a light wooden shield.
But I already have a heavy wooden shield.
That's what I'm saying. Don't your heavy wooden shield costs more than a light wooden shield, is what I'm saying.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, yeah. Right. Yes. Okay. Got it.
That being said, it's like 15 gold, I think, difference. I don't know what number, like every number is off the top of my head.
I'd like to think he wound up at Jeb's same day discount enchantment shop.
It's right next to the black market. He takes your shield, he hands you one immediately. They're like, this one's got an arm on it. He's like, it's bonus. Alright. Is that about the end of you there, Torgan, or you still got stuff on your list?
We're almost. still got $4,000.
Alright, I guess he's going broke, guys. What else you getting?
We're not going broke, but we're going prepared. We're going prepared.
Alright, what you else buy then?
This one is a slightly special doodad. I would like to get an ion torch, but as Barty said, you don't get an ion stone without also getting a Wayfinder to go with it. So I'm going to need to look up the price of a Wayfinder. So give me a moment for that. But specifically, unlike a normal ion torch, which is just cast with a wizard's balls. What is the spell? Continual Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Other than one that is enchanted with a wizard's Continual Flame, which is a 2nd level light spell, I specifically want to take this dead ion stone to a Temple of Sarenrae, the one in the stoneworks that's still standing. That one. That cured Agam for cheap. Yeah, that one. I'd like to go there and find one of their, specifically a cleric who has access to Continual Flame, because they have a 3rd level spell. And more specifically, I'd like them to have also the heightened spell Meta Magic, so they can cast it as a 4th level spell. That way, I have an Ion Torch with a 4th level light spell on it. Torgan will be immune to the Deeper Darkness spell that Drow can cast. He's been thinking about this. So I have to look up how much that costs again. I found this item Googling around, but I have to find it again. Give me a moment.
Saying heightened spell and continual flame gets rid of deeper darkness?
Any light spell and darkness spell of the same or lesser level overlap, and the higher one can keep the other one completely canceled. Deeper darkness is a 3rd level spell. So if you have a cleric casting Continual Flame, this is a 3rd level spell for clerics. It's a 2nd level spell for wizards.
Deeper darkness is only 3rd? Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, Deeper Darkness is 3rd. So a heightened Continual Flame cleric, they can do a 4th level light spell that is then permanent until dispelled. So you and everyone around you become immune to Deeper Darkness, not necessarily heightened Deeper Darkness. When they're equal, they just cancel each other out, and the normal light effects persist. The normal ambient light of the room, that is. But yeah, a 4th level Continual Flame, so a cleric with heightened spell, you become immune to traditional Deeper Darkness. It's great.
Alright.
Hold on, looking up the cost of spell casting services again.
I hope it's nothing too serious with Devrin's internet.
Oh yeah, he's not coming. Let me see. Spell casting serve. Here we go. It's material cost, so it's 50 gold for the ruby dust. The spell level, it's a 4th level spell, so that's 40. I'm sorry, that's 4 times 10 is 40. Times the cast level for a 4th level spell, so I need a 7th level cleric casting a 4th level spell. Let me see here. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're pod racing. 7 times the 4th level spell times plus the 50 gold flat price for ruby dust.
Let me talk to chat for a second. They said, that guy is very staticky. Now, ask me, chat member, do you really want to hear a man shot? Why do you care?
Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure why the static is so bad. I did turn off Wi-Fi. Everything should be fine. I'm hardwired on the same connection.
No, you sound fine right now. It's probably just because you were muttering.
Probably.
I'm just surprised there's like a chat member here going like, I can't hear him be anguished by numbers.
Oh man, I need to hear about these deep shopping exploits. So intense.
Someone's putting heightened spell on an Ion Stone? I want to see this.
So yeah, it's okay. So the spell casting is 330 gold.
Okay.
330 gold for the enchanting. That's just with Continual Flame. So then I need to pick an Ion Stone and get a Wayfinder. So back to the drawing board. Hang on. 330 gold.
I'm not going to double check your math there. I believe you.
Higher spellcasting services, caster level, 7th level, spell level, 4th level, that's 280. I mean, that's 28 times 10, 280, plus 50.
I mean, like, I got people in Twitch here who care about what you're doing for some reason, so I'm sure they'll call you
Yes,
out.
and so I specified for their benefit.
Oh, just to save them from being like, that guy's wrong.
I am not.
Okay.
All right.
That being said, they haven't said anything about that yet. I'm just saying, Twitch chat, feel free to GM for me.
A Wayfinder is 500 gold, so that brings us to 880 on this project. But that
Why are you getting a Wayfinder, anyways?
It's a common magical item, and we're in a metropolis. You tell me, where am I getting a Wayfinder?
No, I mean, why are you getting a Wayfinder?
Because, as Barty pointed out, this lets you keep an Ion Stone without having it float around your head, so that it doesn't just get stolen or shattered.
Okay, I guess. I'm gonna see if the Ion Torch is affected by it.
I just have the Continual Flame put on the Wayfinder rather than on the Ion Stone.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Or on my weapon. I just need something with 4th level Continual Flame. At this point, it's just a Wayfinder and an Ion Stone, but I was gonna make an Ion Torch for continuity's sake, but I can always put the Continual Flame on anything.
Yeah, why would you do that? Because it saves me. I'm looking at it right now to see if the Wayfinder affects how it affects Ion Torches. The Ion, yeah, never mind. The Ion Torch isn't actually an Ion Stone in that sense, so it doesn't affect it. But you can stick it in there.
It's a dead Ion Stone with Continual Flame on it.
Yeah,
the Wayfinder stone slotted in this manner grants its normal benefits as if it were orbiting your head.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
If we count Continual Flame on an Ion Stone as a benefit on the Ion Stone, then it works. So that's plus 500 gold, so we're up to 830. Alright, now I'm just going to look over various Ion Stones and see if I can get one on the cheap, because we're starting to approach Torgan's money cap. Ooh, we're getting there. But Ion Stones can be very handy.
It's like, but see, now I get to have people point out that your compass is on fire all the time now.
Yeah, no, it's just this burning compass.
It's constantly on fire, but it does not produce heat. It will work underwater.
I know. I'm just saying, people are going to point out that your pants are on fire.
I know. Thank you, stranger.
But how often do you walk up to a guy and there's just something burning on him?
I mean, I feel like depending on where you are, like if you're like the Adventurers Guild, it's probably not all that uncommon. Like someone just got like a burning shield or a burning sword.
The nightmare boots. He's just leaving smoke everywhere. People are like, goddamn smokers.
Yeah, no, I'm like depends on how many adventurers are in the area. Really, like what kind of weird, crazy effects are just constantly happening.
Well, I think this guy's actually a regular too, or like he's seen other campaigns. He's referred to you as Gick. Isn't that neat?
Wait, what was that? Someone was actually...
Someone said that guy and Gick make jokes this stream. Hi, my name's David. I'm the GM. How do you not know this? He called you Gick. That's what I'm saying. Like, you'd think of anyone that they'd learn, it'd be the person streaming.
Right? Yeah, no, I'm surprised I got called out. Okay, cool.
It's time for Tammy to make his own streaming sessions. He's more popular.
Oh, yeah, that'll never happen. Oh.
Okay. Here we go. All right.
Yeah, what you got?
A cracked orange prism is 1,000 gold and gives the user 1 0 level spell to their spells prepared.
Yeah.
So I get to choose any one cantrip from any one list.
Yep.
Oh, that's glorious. Another bonus 0 level slot.
Which cantrip are you looking for, or Horizon?
Well, first I have to ask is, if I choose something that's not on my spell list, if it's added to my spell list, does it then use my spellcasting modifier being Wisdom?
Yeah, it's added to your list of spells known or prepared. But also,
That is quite...
It's specific to the stone, meaning you have to find the stone that has it.
Right, yes. Well then, ideally, it'd be cool to get something offensive, because I don't have any other means. So ideally, I'd like to get Shocking Grasp.
That's not a cantrip.
No, it's not in this edition. No, it's first level in this edition, isn't it? Oh shit, you're right. Sorry.
Well, I'd like that to be an Iron Stone too, baby, but that ain't happening.
Nope. You're right. I'm thinking of 5e cantrip. That was there again. This is why I normally pull things before I speak.
That's
So
fine. No, that's what I'm supposed to be here for, to correct things.
Let me see. I pull up the Sorcerer Wizard spell list.
I mean, Flare would just be appropriate for a thing that has Continual Flame.
It would be appropriate, but what does Torgan want?
Depending on what spell you're going to ask for, depends on how much trouble you might have finding it. Like, if it's a spell that's sought after, they'll probably intentionally make them, you know what I mean?
Spark's another great spell for something that's got Continual Flame.
Spark is. I could get Spark. I often prepare that one myself.
Well, I guess not intentionally make, since they intentionally made the good 30,000 one, and over time it fucked up. Right?
Yeah. Damn, I was thinking 5e cantrips. Alright, yeah. Alright, I gotcha.
Detect Fiendish Presence.
That's where Torgan's going. That's where Torgan goes.
Just glows even brighter when there's a fiend around.
When there's anyone who worships Asmodeus, Archdevils, Demonic Harbingers, or Demon Lords, or Fiendish deities of any sort. So yeah, all Drow clerics, even if they're in disguise, Torgan can see them. Yes. Any outsiders with the evil subtype, Torgan can see them. Yes.
Oh, and it's appropriate that it's like a compass too.
Yes.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
All right.
Stack Fiendish Presence.
I want to say give me an appraise check to find this thing you're looking for, but I don't think you have that, do you?
Devrin's not here.
Yeah, fine. How would you like to look for this?
Is that an int skill or is that a charisma skill?
It's for what? Appraise?
Yeah.
Appraise is... it's not charisma, it's... it's intelligence. And it's not trained. I'm not trained in it.
So I think Gick's helping you, I think, right?
Yeah. Gick will come along on your shopping trip, I guess.
That's so nice of you.
If
I'm slightly drunk, that's a +2. That's +2 from Gick. That's a +1 from guidance, and then taking 10.
Again, him talking about being drunk. I know you're doing it for the boost, but I just imagine you're looking through bargain bins all over town. And you're just like, fuck it, and start drinking.
So with that, stacking and packing all that, I've got a 16 appraise.
Yeah, we can say over some of the time.
It's not restricted trained only. Oh shit.
Yeah, we can say over some time you find the thing, alright? With your 16.
Glorious. That's another 1,000 gold on to the top.
Especially if you go up and bother retail workers going, hey, do you have a cracked iron stone that lets me detect fiendish presence? And then there's just some older couple going, I can't believe he's bothering that person.
Alright, and so that's a total of 183 platinum for the whole kit and caboodle.
So, you're about spent on cash?
Yeah, I've only got 2,400 left, and I'm gonna save for now. There's other things I want down the line. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, one last thing. This might also be super important. If I remember correctly, it's actually also stupid cheap, and it goes in line with Torgan's paranoia. Right here. Yes, they're only 1,000 gold. Great, perfect. I'd also like to. Oh, 2,000 gold. All right, that's fine. These are also on the list, and I can afford them. So yes, final for my last trick. I would like to purchase a pair of watch eyes.
I didn't
So I
catch
have
that.
constant death watch.
Deathwatch eyes, the
The
pair
goggles.
of
Pair
yeah
of
goggles.
blood red. Yeah, it says blood red crystal lenses that fit snugly over the eyes. Contacts weird me out. Can I get spectacles instead?
They're not contacts. They're aren't they goggles?
No, it says these blood red crystal lenses fit snugly over the wearer's eyes. That's how they're
Oh.
stated in this edition. I'm asking if I can get spectacles instead.
Yeah, I'll let you get goggles. These blood red crystal lenses fit. Yeah, wow. Didn't realize they were lenses. Yeah, I'll let
Yeah,
you
they're fucking contact lenses.
for
I hate
like a silver that you don't really spend. You just get like an empty pair of like goggle frames and you put them in there.
Sweet. That's watch goggles. 2,000 gold. And I am now spent. I only have 486 gold to my name.
Well, we went through your shopping list and I don't see Warren coming.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that at least well now the shopping list doesn't have to happen next session when we hopefully have session.
Yeah.
And in my abundant spare time over the week, I'm going to teach Unis a new trick. No, I haven't chosen which trick it is yet because I thought I'd be able to dick around and do that during the session.
All right.
Before you guys
Good
go,
trick.
did you want to do your solo roleplay things and maybe that will get like a short session made?
You have your downtime too, Tammy, so I'm going to shut up and make adjustments to my sheet.
I didn't catch that. Sorry.
I mean, no, I'm honestly, I'm pretty good. Like,
Well, aren't you going to teach a trick as well, I believe?
no, I just meant in terms of like going any longer. Like,
Yeah.
I'm personally pretty good.
All right. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. This shit happens. I mean, you know, it happens. It's not the end of the world. You know, be here next. I'll be here next week.
Let me press the issue though. Are you sure you don't want to do it just so we don't do it next week?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, no,
All right. Well, sorry that people are missing. I'm
it's
pretty
fine.
bummed. I really wanted to do some role playing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
without Devon, we're always limited. Without our spellcaster, we're even more limited.
And I'm just making sure you're aware, Tammy. I'm not talking about doing the whole session. I was just talking about the solo thing I'm going to do next week, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm yeah. No,
Just
I'm
making
good.
sure there's no confusion there.
Yeah, no, I'm good for tonight. If this is what we got, I'm good for tonight.
Yeah. All right.
No shopping you need to do?
Torgan's
I
shoppings.
can post a list.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It-
That's perfect.
I needed my meadery to be discussed.
But yeah. Alrighty, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna say goodnight.
Yeah. I'm hoping people actually show up because it'd be a shame if the campaign just doesn't continue. You know.
Well, regardless of what happens, regardless of who shows up next week, I will definitely do some roleplay next week.
Regardless.
Yes, if it's literally just me and you, I will roleplay. I don't care.
Yeah.
Allegedly, Ryan will be here next week. He just had to work this week, which is unusual.
It's all right if he had to work because he wasn't even in the session yet. You know.
Let me see.
Are you feeling all right, by the way, Tammy?
Yeah, no, I'm
You're
good.
just-
I'm
you're just
good.
not feeling up to it.
Yeah, I'm not super feeling up to it.
Sorry, I just really gotta press the issue because I wanted to do this. Alright.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not. I'm just, yeah, I'm not feeling it right this second, unfortunately.
Yeah. Did you feel like doing anything else, or are you just gonna go to sleep?
So me? No, I mean, I was, yeah, I'm in. Well, no, I'm up for the night. Like this is my morning.
Hmm.
Like I'm a night. I live on the night times. So I'm actually probably gonna get to some bloodstain depending on what Kirish ends up doing.
Alright. Well, I was asking if you wanted to do like a game together, but no, it's understandable if you got plans.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, no. I've got a pork roast in the fridge. I've got to carve up and get portioned out here, and then figure out what I'm doing with essentially like the chicken applesauce gravy that was made from it. No, I've got stuff to do, and like Kirish's mom brought over a freezer, like a little standalone freezer with a bunch of. They apparently bought like a cow and had it butchered up, and there's a bunch of meat in there, and had to move stuff around to get that in the house, and now I've got to like rearrange the whole living room.
Well, that sounds like fun in quotations.
Question.
At least you got some good meat.
Yeah, no. I'm super happy about it. Like I'm glad we have it. Like it was a wonderful gift, but it also made a bunch of extra housework for me.
No, because I know what you're talking about. Because my sister's boyfriend will just be like, "Here you go," and give me. I mean, you've already heard me talk about this with the million bags of pepperoni.
Oh yeah. No, the mountain of pepperoni
He gave us another 2 bags of pepperoni, like 12-ounce bags of turkey pepperoni, 70% no fat.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I mean,
I don't know why he keeps buying pepperoni. We've told him not to do this.
so when I was a little child, like 3 or 4, something like that. My mom was a single mother, and I loved pepperoni, so she'd buy me like a full box of like pepperoni. I would sit there and eat it all in one go. And like apparently I was like so addicted to pepperoni as a child that like within like a year, like after a doctor's visit, they warned my mother that I was on the verge of having an ulcer
Jeez.
from like consumption of pepperoni. So like apparently I like pepperoni enough, I will just eat it till it kills me.
You should be a spokesperson for a pepperoni brand.
Yeah, no, right. Where's my pepperoni sponsors for the Twitch stream?
This stream is sponsored by Hormeal Pepperoni. Please, stop giving it to me. Alright. How about you, Torgan?
I'm just making the adjustments to my sheet with all my new goodies, adjusting the weights of my armor, my movement speed, my AC.
Alright.
Anyways, I will say goodnight.
Yeah, I'll leave you guys to your lives. See you next week, then, man.
Yeah, see you next week.
I'm just upset because I've made everything I can.
You didn't have any solo stuff for me. You were asking Dick about solo.
Oh, you want to do your thing?
I mean, she's going to take the PlayStation 2 for a while, and I can get back to Civ 6 literally anytime tonight, so I've got nothing to do.
Oh, yeah, okay, we can do your solo thing.
So, if you have some solo stuff for me to do aside from while I'm shopping and overseeing the brewery being developed and teaching Unis a new trick that I haven't decided yet, then yes, I have time to at least press whatever solo stuff you have for me.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with not even just doing the solo thing. I could have something you can just do a solo adventure if you want.
That's up to you. I don't narrate.
Alright. Well, your solo thing, which I prefaced as that because everyone's going to get a solo thing, was going to like take ideally 10 minutes, but we can really, I guess, make this into a whole thing if you want now. Was over the week, while you're helping around at Agham's, you see, I guess, yeah, I was going to ask a check, so give me a perception, sorry. And we'll begin this ordeal of the worst attendant you've ever had.
Alright, let's see here. Perception, slightly drunk.
You work while you drink? Ugh.
I mean, it's medieval times. People generally drink ale or mead instead of water because it lasts longer anyway. So everyone's got a slight alcohol resilience, and I'm just drinking regular quality mead every hour.
Also, remember, this isn't like exact medieval times. People can create water, and it's nice and delicious.
I mean, yeah, I do. I drink that a lot as well too. But remember, for 1 hour after I consume any amount of tears to wine.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm making fun of you for.
So yeah, I've got a wine skin and a water skin. But my perception is
Sorry, I glanced at Twitch chat. They were talking about like people are acting sad, and like my viewer count like halved, and then someone said, "No, wait, they're still playing," and then there's like an actual kind of like pog thing, the little face that opens up. I'm just laughing at chat. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting people to be so invested.
But yeah, no, I've got 24 perception then. If there's no assistance from anyone or anything.
No, that's great. So to describe your scene, you're you know in your bar and everything, helping around, you're waiting and everything, and you know you come into the kid bartenders and you know look around. Adam's in the back frying up oils and you know spices and all those other neat things that you've added to the menu, and I'm giving quotations in the air that you can't see. Sorry. I'm quite expressive right now, which isn't translating very well considering there's no camera anywhere. But the main thing that we're going to focus on here is, and I believe you've known the man. Do you remember Cosmo?
The daytime Captain of the Watch locked me up, yeah.
Yeah. He's here, and he's eating a meal.
Alright, good for him.
Yeah.
I hope he enjoys the show.
And by the time he finishes and, you know, he goes, you know, to the area where he's supposed to pay from the stuff he's taken, he just starts leaving.
I disregard because it's just not worth it.
Ah, okay. Well, that was going to be your thing because I figured you talked to him and everything, and, you know, but...
Not worth it.
No.
That guy threw me in jail and has the ability to do so, and it's just not worth the trouble for the cost of a single meal.
Yeah, fair enough.
That guy.
Got a
Couple days work.
got a thing to be upset with him, though, right?
I was already upset with him.
You can be more upset with people.
But yeah, no, he's an asshole. But Torgan's not going to worry about it for the price of a single meal and admission to the comedy show. Especially if he didn't stay for the whole performance. I mean, that's if he was even paying attention. It's not like she performs all day. She has sets.
Yeah, I assumed he was just eating meals here.
Yeah, no, fuck that guy.
Alright.
We already are. You know, if we're making as much money as we are for as many people as we are, we're making most of it off of the comedy act.
Is that right?
It's a good comedy act.
Oh, fair enough.
She got like at least a 25 and perform. Maybe it was a 23.
Yeah. So, what kind of solo adventure are you thinking of then?
What do you mean?
Did you want to do one that involves, you know, thinking, a puzzle, a combat? What do you want?
Oh, well, I mean,
Did you want to continue the main plot by yourself and interact with Luthadel?
I can't really do anything to him by myself except keep him in one place, and then he's just gonna kill me and my dinosaur with his scythe. So
Yeah. So, what
that's
kind
not an
of
option.
what kind of thing you want to do?
Hold on, let me thought experiment here. Where's boiling blood? There it is. And then how are the rules of concentration in this edition? How does that work? Let me see. Spell lasts long as concentrate, does not provoke anything that breaks concentration, also break see concentration. See concentration. Let me see. Injury affected by a spell, grapple pin, vigorous motion, violent motion. Okay. Interesting. I'm having a thought experiment. This. Ooh, this is juicy, but I can't reveal it to you. You're the dungeon master. It's too juicy for you.
Right.
Just need to look up the rules on concentration and Pathfinder. No, very good. Okay, very good. That's maybe no ruling. Sage advice for okay. Nope. Concentration and line of sight. Alright, I mean, there is feasibly a way that Torgan could kill Luthadel by himself. There is a feasible way. It would probably never work. He'd probably make his saving throw, but there is a way that Torgan could solo Luthadel.
I mean, yeah, if we're gonna talk like possibilities, you could also just roll 3 nat 20s on him, you know?
Oh, you know, reliable one. It just relies on him failing a single saving throw. But he has yet to do that. But I'll remember that for when we actually do fight him. Since as soon as things get hinky, he's just gonna fucking teleport away, and Dimensional Anchor he's probably gonna succeed against, but if he can fail against this other thing, then I've got him.
Well, fingers crossed for then. But, what kind of thing you feeling like then? So I can, you know, do an adventure path you'd actually enjoy rather than you suffering as you try and make rolls.
That's just it. I mean, without disrupting Torgan's downtime, there's nothing that would make sense. I thought you had something prepared for me, but if it was just Cosmo, then no.
No, it was just a short thing we do before we did a group session. That's what I was talking about, if we would get those out of the way.
I'm pretty sure I got everything out of my way that I was planning for my downtime, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there was nothing else that you had scheduled during my downtime that only involved me, then we're good.
Yeah, alright.
Alright.
It was just everyone had a single thing, like Gik and Pith are going to have an interaction, Sashimi and Devon were going to have an interaction because of, you know, that thing he invited him to.
I'm supposed to have an interaction with Devon too, and Devon had shown interest in going in on a brewery with me, but hasn't talked about it in a while, so I'm just getting my meadery going because it will pay for itself very quickly.
Alright. Well, that was the special edition of Torgan's shopping list.
It's almost all my money, but now I can detect worshippers of evil, and I constantly have Death Watch, so we're immune to mimics, and immune to deeper darkness.
I mean, good stuff.
Torgan, and my movement speed is up from 20 to 30.
Well, I guess until next week and until next time.
Yep, see you next week.
The chat looks so heartbroken. Are these your, like, friends that you paid money to watch the stream? Why do they care so much about you?
I don't know how many there are. I don't even pay attention to Twitch.
Eh?
I'm sad Devern's not here.
It's a shame Warren didn't show up.
Yeah, Devon and I have supposed to been, you know, he wanted me to sit down, and ever since he saw Torgan literally stare down a gargoyle for some fresh trash turkey, he wanted to talk to me. But he hasn't.
I think he was going to talk about giving you food and lodge since, you know, your friends and stuff.
By the way, Wayfinders say they have a 75% chance of unlocking a new ability when an Ion Stone is slotted into them. If it does, then I need to roll on a D100 chart, but I need to know if I need to roll on that D100 chart.
You put it in an Ion Torch.
No, I put in a cracked orange. I did not put in an Ion.
That.
Put in an Ion Stone. I simply also had Continual Flame cast on the Wayfinder.
Yeah. Sorry.
So you need a D100 percentile roll to see if my Wayfinder and my stone happen to be compatible, and if so, I need to roll on the D100 table.
I mean, yeah, all right, you can roll.
All right. Let me see. I haven't closed yet, so we'll get it logged in. One single D100. Here we go. 51. 51. Let's see. What is lucky? 51. A +1 resistance bonus on reflex saves. Well, once I get a Cloak of Resistance, that will become
I
literally
thought you were rolling the 75% chance to see if it was compatible.
Okay. No. All right. I thought you had rolled that, so you told me. Well, then very good. That does not count.
I was not going with method 2. The orange prism is every time the bear casts a spell.
1. All right.
Yeah, did you want to do the random one? I'm fine with that too.
I did want to do the random one because the orange one's not great.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the money one. This one's for all the marbles.
Yeah. I was gonna roll, but you go ahead. I think you'd much rather too, right?
Here we go. 18. The real one's 18.
There you go.
+5 on contracts made to stabilize. Stay alive, Torgan. Stay alive, Torgan.
Yeah, no, that's good. That'll make it so that you won't accidentally die anywhere.
Yes, like all of your fucking NPCs, I'll stabilize my damn self.
The one or two, I think I've only had 2 NPCs stabilize themselves so far, and the one rolled an 18.
It feels common when you're a player. It's like, God damn, how dare you?
I think most of the NPCs that have not been stabilizing have just been bleeding out until you guys go up and heal check them, or alternatively, I think one of you guys went up to someone who was unconscious and stabbed them again.
Save the halflings that we were arresting. That's why we made so much money that I spent. Okay, my endurance feat, it gives me a lot of constitution bonuses, but does not work on stabilize. Interesting. All right, very, very good. So +5 versus.
Yeah, there's an additional feat that gives you the saving throw to stabilize, and if you have endurance,
Die hard, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean there's that, but I was also thinking of I think endure pain, where it says if you get endurance, you I might be remembering it wrong. Endure pain, Pathfinder. If you take non-lethal damage, you roll to reduce the damage by half. Endurance gives you +4 on the saving throw. I'm remembering stuff wrong. That's why it's useful to have a computer in front of you, right?
Yeah, but now, I'm very curious. During my week of downtime, if I see Commander Mila, I'm very curious what a Dampier looks like under the effects of Deathwatch. Because they're alive, but they react as if they were undead. She's half undead. I don't know what she looked like compared to someone like Kick, who's just brimming with life.
She is a living creature.
No difference. All right.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like out of character. Like the interesting thing is like no, I mean, I want to say stuff, but like these are all typically role playing opportunities, you know.
That's fair.
But like it's nothing you can read yourself, I guess. It says in game, like in regular base Pathfinder gameplay, there are scholars that state that Dampiers aren't actually a race so much as they are afflicted beings with a curse.
Oh, interesting.
Because the children of Dampiers are never Dampiers. They're usually whatever species they are with the undead bloodline sorcerer ability.
It has to be vampire human, nothing else.
Yeah. So there's the belief that Dampiers aren't actually a race. They're just things with a curse on them.
Gotcha.
So, as far as Deathwatch is concerned, she's living because she is a living creature.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I know, it's not as interesting. Like, also interestingly, I guess, would be, like, if you look at Carnage, like, he's a living creature despite being, like, 90% marble.
Oh, I thought he was an animated object. That's good to know.
Oh, no, he's a gargoyle. While they were probably at one point technically animated objects, they are a species that breed and everything.
Well, now Torgan knows that. I got an that question Torgan didn't have to disrespectfully ask.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured you might have had a clue when one of the gargoyles was trying to jamp you for some meat.
Good point. They eat. Good point.
Carnage doesn't have to go around doing that, because I just assume he just buys a pound of meat and just guzzles it. Like, he has a job, is what I'm saying. What I'm always the one thing that bothers me about the gargoyles and all that whole thing that Pathfinder has for them, I mean, besides they're evil, there's a whole thing that I won't explain, because that's actually role-playing that's set up for a level 8 session. But, the fact that, like, gargoyles have kids, and it just weirds me out thinking about how that happens. Because they are made of stone. Like, is there even breeding involved in that? Like, it's not specified. It's up for our imagination. But, like, as far as, like, the game's concerned in most cases, gargoyles are just Ken dolls. So
Well,
the fact that they breed makes me think, like, how does that occur? Do they lay eggs? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I watched the Gargoyle show back in the 90s, and I'm pretty sure that female gargoyle fucks.
I'm just looking at chat because they're saying weird shit, but I guess it's really my fault for bringing it up. I'm not going to repeat what they're saying. It's gross to me. But let me end their reign of terror over me, since we're not really continuing this. Next week, we're definitely going to do something. I had something prepared for if 2 people were going to play, by the way. But, since Tammy wasn't filling up to it, it's understandable.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anything prepared for if just one person was going to play.
That's understandable.
I was fine with just running off something, because, like, I have all sorts of ideas.
Barty didn't say anything in advance. I didn't know.
No, Barty told me. I said Jason's feeling under the weather.
Okay. I meant in chat. He didn't say anything. That's all.
No, he wants it to be private, and it's understandable. He just told me it's not my place to tell anyone. Just he's feeling under the weather. Okay. So until next time. For realsies this time.